Okay guys, so I'm ready to start with 23. What I want you to notice in 23 is that they're asking you which is a step that is incorrect. So what I want you to do here is, number one, I want you to get what is the value of m. M could be any value. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do in my calculator. The first thing that I'm going to do is to pick a value for m. So I'm gonna start a brand new document. So I'm just gonna say, okay, I just want a new document. And I want a calculator. So what I'm gonna do is say 3. I don't know, I just like 3. And I'm gonna store that value in letter M. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy my original problem because I don't know which one is my mistake. So I'm going to enter all of these, my original problem, in my calculator, okay? So I'm going to say 3 parentheses minus 4m plus 3, close parentheses, minus 0.5, open parentheses, am minus 4, close parentheses, plus 12 parentheses, m minus 2. And what I'm going to do here is I am going to say, okay, is this equal? Okay, so I'm going to put the equal sign to each of my steps. Now, since they're asking me for the mistake, I'm looking for the false statement. So I'm going to put step 1. So let's see if that equals negative 12m plus 9 minus 0.5, open parentheses, am minus 4, close parentheses, plus 12m minus 2, close parentheses. And it says that it's true. So my step 1 has no mistakes. So I'm going to move up. I copy. And I'm going to delete until the equal sign. And I'm going to put step 2. Step 2 says negative 12m plus 9 minus 4m minus 2 plus 12 parentheses m minus 2 close parentheses, and it says false. Therefore, guess what? That step has a mistake. So therefore, step 2 is my answer. Now, when you look at number 21, I know that in 21, I want to do what? I want to change this into standard into y-intercept. First thing that you notice is that the y is negative. So if the y is negative, you gotta flip the inequality. So instead of being this direction, we're gonna move it this direction. So I notice that right away, I have to cancel g and I have to cancel f. Now I'm gonna put this in my calculator and I'm gonna find out which one is my correct form. So I go to my calculator and I'm going to do menu 3, 2, and I have only one equation. And I'm going to put my equation. I'm going to put 5x minus 3y, and I'm going to put equal, but I already know the inequality symbol, equals to 9. But remember, I need y first. So I put y, comma x, and it says 5 over 3x minus 3. How we read that? So you read it, remember we flip the inequality, so you know this is y, and it goes like this, and is 5 over 3, C1 means your x minus 3. Therefore, your answer is H. Okay? So, we are doing good. Number 25, we talk about it. Now, number 26, they are telling me that M, the graph M, were changed to make graph N. So when you look here, you're looking at M. So this is M. So M was crossing at this point. And they changed it to N, which is crossing at this point. So what happened to M? M was translated and it went down by 3 units. So that's what is important in this problem. So I noticed when you look, it was decreased, and I believe it was 4 units. So my answer is decreased by 4. So in case, my answer is H. Now, Number 27, it is a lot of work for 27. So you need to remember, I can either go from standard to y-intercept. I will show you how to do it. I can also do what? I can also get my equation from these 2 points. But in this case, it will be a lot of work to transfer everything. So in this case, I'm going to use another approach. I'm just going to make substitutions because, you know, this is x, this is y. And I know this is x, and I know this is y. So I can substitute these values into each of my equations, and I need to get true statements. This is what I'm saying. I can say 3 instead of x, I can say -6 plus 2, and y is 12. And I ask my calculator if that is equal to 6. Okay, and I just put it like that. I don't have to do a lot of work. I can just say, oh God. I can say 3 and -6 plus 2 times 12. Is that equal to 6? And in this case, it's true, but that doesn't mean that it's true all the time. I need to check the other point. So I'm going to do the same, but now with these numbers. So I'm going to say 3 parentheses 4, close parentheses, plus 2, open parentheses. Now I have -3. And I want to know if that equals 6. And it's true. Therefore, in this case, letter A is your answer. Okay? Okay. 28, I need to know what is the slope of this line. And I know that if I write the word slope, the word is coming down. So I know it's a negative slope. So I know y equals to negative. It's a negative slope. And I also know that it's crossing at this point over here. So let me move this out of the way. So it's crossing at this point. So it's crossing at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's crossing at 5. So at the end, I have plus 5. And remember the slope, you find it by counting rise over run. So if I go from this point to this point, I go 2 up, 1 to the left. So my slope is -2x plus 5. So that is letter number 3. Therefore, 3 has to be in my answers because 3 is correct. So 3 is correct. So you cancel F, and the other ones, I don't know which one is it. So in order for me to save time, I want to tell you, you put this in the calculator and it's going to give you the same. So the answer, I believe, is H. Okay. 29, we are talking about translations. And remember what we said, when you translate, you are moving this number up or down, and it says down. So you go 3 minus 5. What is 3 minus 5? Minus 2. So my answer is going to be letter C. Which one contains these points? Okay, I want to practice how to make a line. So let's go over. You know that I can take my calculator and I'm going to add a new page, Control I, and I'm going to graph. And I want these points to make my line. So you go menu, you go 8 for geometry. I need points and lines, and I want to make a line, which is number 4. I press parentheses so I can put my point. -4. Okay, what happened here? 8, 1, 4 for lines. Okay, and then parentheses, -4. You know what, guys? Enter to enter. That's my first point. And I do the second point the same way, -1, enter, -2, enter. And I don't need it anymore. I press escape. And I know it's very hard to see it, so I want to highlight it. And I'm going to press Control menu, and I have my coordinates there. So now I can actually graph it and see exactly what I'm looking for. My equation is -1.33x. So let me graph it. Nice and neat. so it's negative 1.33x, and my intercept is negative 3.33. Oops, se desapareció. Negative, let me see, because it's already 11:23. I'm tired. I'm forgetting things. Okay, I'm writing it. Okay, so let me copy. So it's negative 1.33x minus 3.33. And now you can easily see which one is your answer, okay? And I'm gonna let you choose the answer. So what is the equation in a standard form of the line that has the slope? So we notice here I have y equals mx plus b. Okay, so I know the slope has to be 3x. The y-intercept has to be 4. So now you're going to take these ones and you're going to put them back in your calculator again to see which of these is going to give you the y equals 3x minus 4. And remember how we do it, okay? In case you forgot, I'm going to put 1. So it's 3x plus y equals to 4. Okay. So I know if I put it in my calculator, I will go to a regular calculator. I do menu, I do 3, I do 2, I have one equation, and I'm gonna put 3x plus y equals 4, and y comma x, and it's gonna be 4 minus 3x. So I don't need a negative slope, I need a positive slope, so 8 is out, and you're gonna do the work on your own. So you may want to stop the video here and figure the answer. Okay, number 32, the keyword is the 0. And what is the 0 of the line? 0 means when it crosses the x-intercept, so in this case, it's at negative 2. Make sure you bubble the negative in the 2. Number 33, you do not get confused. They are giving you what? Y and x. So you say, okay, this is y over here. And they gave me when y is 24, x is 2. And then what are you going to do? You're going to just look at these values and you're going to see which of these gives you true, because you know x has to be 2, y has to be 24. And one more time, you will finish it on your own. Number 35, I need to remember, guys, that if it has y is greater, I'm going to shade above, okay, above my line. If it's less, I'm going to shade below. Now, I want to know which of these is a solution point. So for this problem, I do have time, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to say, okay, let's start graph. And I change the inequality. I need it to be greater, so it's number 4. And it says 3 minus 4x. And I notice it was shaded above, okay? And I need to know which of these answers actually gives me a solution. A solution means that the point is where? Is on that shaded region. So in order to check, I'm going to go menu. I'm going to go 8 for geometry. Points and lines, but I only need a point. So I pick the first one. And I pick parentheses. And I type negative 1 with a 9. And negative 1, 9. I don't know if I type it correctly, because I believe the answer is J. Let me delete it. So I press my point in my parentheses, and I need a negative 1. You press enter, and then 9. And that is my point. And you will get like, yes, that's a point, negative 1 and negative 1, 7. I'm going to put the next one, negative 1, enter, 7, enter. and they're getting very, very close. Now notice